Hello dear students, in the last video we have seen evaluation of trigonometric limits when variable tends to 0. Now the second type we will see now, evaluation of trigonometric limits when variable tends to a non-zero quantity. Now we have discussed that when x tends to 0 we have solved the problems, but when your x is tending to a, that time how to solve such types of problems. Now we know that when we are solving the problems related to x is tending to 0, that time we were assuming that limit as x tends to 0 f of x exists. Okay, now limit exist means what? Its left hand limit is equals to right hand limit. What is left hand limit? That is left hand limit is equals to limit as x tends to a minus, or we can consider here 0 minus. Okay, 0 minus f of x is equals to limit as x tends to 0 plus f of x. And when LHL equals to RHS, then limit exists, and the limiting value is when this LHL equals to RHL, when it is equals to f of a, f of 0. Now here 0 we have used, so we will write f of 0. That means when it is equals to limit as x tends to 0 f of x. Understood? Now this will be the limiting value. Okay, now here we have solved examples by using x tending to 0. Now here we'll take x tends to a non-zero real number. Okay, now in this case we'll use this condition because we have considered that limit exists. So when limit exists, then limit as x tends to 0 fx is equals to right hand side limit or left hand side limit. Okay, so what we'll write now? Limit as x tends to a f of x is equals to limit as x tends to a plus f of x. Understood? Means we can take this also, LHL equals to this f of 0, or we can consider limit as limit of f of x as x tends to 0, but we have considered this condition, RHL equals to the limit. Now here we are replacing this 0 by a non-zero real number. This is a belongs to set of real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Okay, now we know that when we are using this a plus, and when we are solving this RHL, that time we are taking x equals to a plus h as x tends to a, means when x will approach a, means when both will equal, that time we are getting h0. So h will tend to 0. We are not directly putting the value of x as a. I have discussed this thing in 11th standard that directly we cannot take it, but while solving the examples we are substituting the same value. Okay, so when x is tending to a, we have h tends to 0. Now, and suppose x tends to a f of x. So whatever the function is there, we'll write put x equals to a plus h as x tends to a, h tends to 0. Now this, suppose this is the question. Now we'll change this now, limit as h tends to 0 f of a plus h. Now the function in x will convert in function in a plus h. Understood? Any doubt in this? And whatever the formulas we have used in the previous section or in previous videos, that only we'll use. Okay, now the small change here, we know that x tends to 0, sine x upon x equals to 1, and limit as x tends to 0 tan of x upon x is also 1. Now students, x is tending to 0, and when x will tend to, when limit as x minus a, if we have used x minus a tends to 0, means what? X minus tends to 0 means what? X tends to a. If a we have shifted this side, so limit as x tends to a sine of x minus a upon x minus a, what it will be? Because same condition, this x is replaced by x minus a only, and because we are not writing this, Okay, we are not writing this condition. We are directly writing limit as x tends to a sine of x minus a upon x minus a. Understood? And this is also equals to 1. Same angle, same denominator. Here also limit as x tends to a, that is x minus a tends to a, tan of x minus a upon x minus a equals to 1. Getting? This is a. Now we'll see the examples on the second type, that the evaluation of trigonometric limits by using when the variable is tending to non-zero quantity, that is the non-zero real number. So the first example is evaluate limit as x tends to pi sin x upon pi minus x. Now we know that what we are doing, that put x equals to pi plus h. So as x will tends to pi, what we are getting, h also tending to 0. So the limit will be limit as h tends to 0 sine of pi plus h upon pi minus pi plus h. Now student, pi plus h, where pi plus h, it will be in a third quadrant. Okay, now sine of, I have told you that when it is a odd or even multiple of pi by 2. Now pi means we can write 2 pi upon 2, so it is an even multiple of pi, so it will be sine only, sine h. Now in a third quadrant, in third quadrant only tangent and cotangent function is positive, so remaining all are negative, so it will be minus sine h. Okay, remembering, I have explained this when we took lectures in SPI campus, so in that time we have discussed this thing now. Okay, now so we can write this as a limit as h tends to 0 minus sine h upon pi minus pi will be 0 and minus h will be there. Okay, now minus minus got cancelled. Now this the standard limit here, limit as h tends to 0 sin h by h is 1. Understood? It is very easy example. Or students, one more method we are having. We can write this sin x as a pi minus x, because sin pi minus x, here we can see pi minus x, it will be in a second quadrant. Okay, so again pi is there, pi minus x is there, so we have sin x and it is positive, so we can write this as a limit as x tends to pi sin x, we can write as a pi minus x upon pi minus x. Okay, now here we know that x tends to pi, can we write x minus pi tends to 0? Can we write pi minus x tends to 0? Multiply both sides by 0, minus sign, so we are getting pi minus x tends to 0. So again we got the standard limit, so sin pi minus x upon pi minus x, while x is tending to pi, that is we can write pi minus x tending to 0, so that is equals to 1. But you can go by the regular method also. You can substitute here x equals to whatever the real number is there, that plus h. Understood? Now we'll see the second example, limit as x tends to pi by 2 cos x upon pi minus 2x. Now here we'll put x equals to pi by 2 plus h. Okay, so we have limit as h tends to 0 when x is tending to pi by 2, cos x will be cos pi by 2 plus h upon pi minus 2 in bracket pi by 2 plus h. So we have limit as h tends to 0. Now cos pi by 2 plus h. Now pi by 2 plus h in the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant only sine and cosec is positive. So cos is negative, it will be minus sine h, because it is a odd multiple of pi by 2, and when it is a odd multiple of pi by 2, its pair function will be there. So cos with sine, so we have minus sine h upon pi minus 2 pi upon 2. So 2 will get cancelled, pi minus pi is 0, and minus 2h, minus minus cancel, 1 by 2 outside. It will be limit as h tends to 0 sine h upon h, that is 1. So it is equals to 1 by 2. So limit as x tends to pi by 2 cos x upon pi minus 2x is equals to pi by 2. Understood? Now the third example, limit as x tends to pi sin 3x minus 3 sin x upon pi minus x cube. Now students, before putting x equals to pi plus h, we know that in sin 3 theta 3 sin theta is there. So we'll use here sin 3 theta formula and we have limit as x tends to pi 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x minus 3 sin x. So that this will get cancelled. Whole thing divided by pi minus x bracket cube. So we have minus 4 sin cube theta upon pi minus x whole cube. Now we put here, or we can write here minus 4 limit as x tends to pi sin cube x upon pi minus x cube. Now after substituting x equals to, now we'll put here x equals to pi plus h. So we have minus 4 limit as x tends to pi, h will tends to 0. Okay, so sine of pi plus h, sine cube pi plus h upon pi minus h. Getting? So pi will get cancelled, only minus h is there. So we have minus 4 limit as h tends to 0 sine pi plus h. Okay, now here cube was there, no? So here cube was there. So upon minus h, bracket cube is there. Now what is sin pi plus h? We know that sin, in the previous example also we have seen sin pi plus x is sin x only. So we can write here minus 4 limit as h tends to 0, sin pi plus h is sin h upon minus h whole cube. When limit h will tend to 0, now limit will go inside, it will be minus 4 in bracket limit as h tends to 0 minus sin h upon h. Now this minus sign also we can take here as a minus 1. So it will be limit as h tends to 0 sin h upon h is 1. So minus 1 into 1 is minus 1 and minus 4 into minus 1 cube. Minus 1 cube is again minus 1. So minus 4 into minus 1 is equals to 4. So limit as x tends to pi sin 3x minus 3 sin x upon pi minus x is equals to 4. Understood? Now we'll see the fourth example. Evaluate limit as x tends to pi by 2 cos 3x plus 3 cos x upon pi by 2 minus x whole cube. Now we know that cos 3x is 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. So we can cancel this 3 cos x here. So limit as x tends to pi by 2 cos 3x is 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x plus 3 cos x whole thing divided by pi by 2 minus x cube. Understood? Now here we can cancel this. Now what we have, 4 times limit as x tends to pi by 2 cos x upon pi by 2 minus x bracket cube. Now here we'll put x equals to pi by 2 plus h. So as limit x tends to pi by 2, we have h tends to 0. So this limit will be 4 times limit as h tends to 0 cos of pi by 2 plus h upon pi by 2 minus pi by 2 minus h. Now we know that cos 90 plus theta is minus sin theta. So 4 times limit as h tends to 0 minus sin h upon pi by 2 will get cancelled, minus sign is there, minus h. Minus minus will get cancelled. Limit as h tends to 0, sin h by h is 1. So 4 into 1, that is equals to 4. So the limit as x tends to pi by 2, cos 3x plus 3 cos x upon pi by 2 minus x whole cube is equals to 4. Understood? Now we have fifth and sixth example as limit x tends to pi by 2, cot x upon pi by 2 minus x, and sixth example limit as x tends to pi by 2, tan 2x upon x minus pi by 2. Now we'll solve this fifth example. So cot x we can write here, or we can put here x equals to pi by 2 plus h. So we have limit as h tends to 0, because as x tends to pi by 2 we have h tends to 0. So limit as h tends to 0, cot of pi by 2 plus h upon pi by 2 minus pi by 2 minus h. Pi by 2 will get cancelled, and cos 90 plus theta is minus tan h. So minus tan h upon minus h, again minus will sign will get cancelled. So we have limit as h tends to 0, tan of h upon h, it is a standard limit, so it is equals to 1. Understood? So limit as x tends to pi by 2, cot x upon pi by 2 minus x is equals to 1. Now we'll solve the sixth example. Here also we'll put x equals to, here limit is pi by 2, so we will put x equals to pi by 2 plus h. So we have limit as h tends to 0, as limit x tends to pi by 2, h will tends to 0. Don't forget to write here. So tan of 2 times pi by 2 plus h whole thing divided by pi by 2 plus h minus pi by 2. Pi by 2 will get cancelled. 2 sign will get cancelled here. So tan of pi plus 2h upon h. What is tan pi plus theta? Yes, limit as h tends to 0. So tan pi plus theta is minus tan theta. So we'll take minus sign outside. Limit as h tends to 0, tan of 2h upon h. Now we need 2. So we'll multiply and divide by 2. Multiply and divide by 2. So we have this limiting value as a 1. So minus 1 into 2, that is minus 2. So limit as x tends to pi by 2, tan of 2x upon x minus pi by 2 is equals to minus 2. Understood? Now we'll see the seventh example, limit as x tends to pi by 2 minus x into tan x. So we'll put here limit as h tends to 0. Now we'll put x equals to pi by 2 plus h. So it will be pi by 2 minus pi by 2 minus h, tan of pi by 2 plus h. Okay, pi by 2 will get cancelled. What is tan pi by 2 plus h? It is minus cot h. Okay, so we have limit as h tends to 0 minus h into minus cot h. Can we write, students, minus cot h as a 1 upon minus tan h, or we can cancel this minus sign also. So we have h upon tan h, cot h we can write 1 upon tan h, limit as h tends to 0. So this will be also equals to 1, because as we know that limit as h tends to 0, tan h upon h. So its reciprocal will also, its limiting value will be also 1. Understood? Now we are having one more method to solve this example. It is very easy. Now limit as x tends to pi by 2. We have pi by 2 minus x. Can we write tan x as a cot x, 1 upon cot x? Okay, now can we write cot x as a tan 90 minus theta? So limit as x tends to pi by 2 minus x upon tan of pi by 2 minus x. Now tan of the angle upon the same denominator, means we can write numerator upon tan of the same angle, and x tends to pi by 2 means x minus pi by 2 tends to 0, means we can write pi by 2 minus x also will tend to 0. So this limiting value will be also equal to 1. It is very easy. Within one step you can solve this also. This method is also easy. Both the methods you can use. Understood? Now we'll see the 8th example. Now it is quite different. Limit as n tends to infinity 2 raised to n into sine of a upon 2 raised to n. Now this is the angle for this sine function. Now student, we know that sine limit as x tends to 0, sine x upon x is equal to 1. Now we know this standard form. We will convert this in the standard form as, we'll write limit n tends to infinity. Now this 2 raised to n, can we write in the denominator in the form of its reciprocal? So it will be sine of a upon 2 raised to n whole thing divided by 1 upon 2 raised to n. Now we need angle of the sine function should be the denominator. So we need a here. Will divide and multiply with a. So now student, a upon 2 raised to n, as n will tends to infinity, when it will be 1 upon infinity, that time this quantity will be 0. As n tends to infinity, a upon 2 raised to n tends to 0. Understood? So we can put the same limit here. So it will be equal to limit as n tends to infinity sine of a upon 2 raised to n upon a upon 2 raised to n, and will not apply here limit to the constant. So it will be equal to 1. Understood? This is very, very important. When your n is in the reciprocal and when it is tending to infinity, the term will tends to 0. Okay. So now it will be equals to, limiting value will be 1 into a, that is equals to a. Understood? So limit as 2 raised to n into sine of a upon 2 raised to n as n tends to infinity is equals to 1 is equals to a. Understood? Now we'll see the 9th example. Limit as x tends to infinity x into tan of 1 by x. Now as like previous example, we'll write this x as 1 upon x. Now when the 1 upon x will, when in 1 upon x, as x tends to infinity, 1 upon x will tend to 0. Okay, so we can write this as a limit as x tends to infinity. Students, no need to write here 1 upon x tends to 0, because we know that x tends to infinity means 1 upon infinity will be 0. So obviously this 1 by x will tends to 0. So we'll write tan of 1 upon x upon 1 upon x. Understood? We have not adjusted anything here. We have just written this x in the numerator, in the denominator, in the form of its reciprocal. So it will be equal to 1 clearly, because tan of the angle upon same angle, and that angle is tending to 0 as its denominator tends to infinity. Understood? So it is clearly equal to 1. No doubt. Now we have the 10th example, as limit x tends to infinity 2 raised to x minus 1 into tan of a upon 2 raised to x. Now student, 2 raised to x minus 1 means 2 raised to x upon 2. So we can write this 1 by 2 as it is. So limit as x tends to infinity tan of a by 2 raised to x upon 1 upon 2 raised to x. Because 2 raised to x, we can write this 1 upon 2 raised to x as we have seen in the previous example, and we need a, so we'll multiply by a in the denominator. Okay, so for balancing again we'll multiply and divide by a. Okay, so this limiting value is clearly 1, as x tends to infinity, a by 2x tends to 0, and the angle of the tangent function is 0, tending to 0, and the same denominator is there, as its variable tends to infinity, so the angle will tends to 0 as the variable is in the denominator. So this limiting value is 1, so we have 1 by 2 into 1 into a. So your answer is limiting value is a by 2. Understood? Okay, so we have limit as x tends to infinity 2 raised to x minus 1 tan of a upon 2 raised to x is a by 2. Its limiting value is a by 2. Understood? Now we have 11th example. Evaluate limit as x tends to pi by 6 2 minus root 3 into cos x minus sin x upon 6x minus y. Now here we'll put x equals to pi by 6 plus h. As x tends to pi by 6, h will tends to 0. H will tend to 0. So we have limit as h tends to 0, 2 minus root 3 cos of pi by 6 plus h minus sin of pi by 6 plus h whole thing divided by 6 into pi by 6 plus h minus pi bracket raised to 2. Now student, we know that cos of a plus b is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, and sin of a plus b is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. So we'll use this form. We have limit as h tends to 0, 2 minus root 3 in bracket cos pi by 6 into cos h minus sin pi by 6 into sin h minus, now the numerator I will write in the downside, it will be sin of pi by 6 into cos h plus cos of pi by 6 into sin h. Now it is going inside the bracket, and whole thing divided by 6 into pi plus pi upon 6, that will be 6 cancel. So pi plus 6 times h minus pi plus 6 times h minus pi, again pi will get cancelled. We have 6h bracket square, so it will be 36h square. Now we'll solve this limit. Here we have limit as h tends to 0, 2 minus root 3, this bracket minus again this bracket is there. Now we'll simplify this. So 2 limit as h tends to 0, 2 minus root 3. Now here cos pi by 6 is root 3 by 2 and cos h will be there. Sin pi by 6 is 1 upon 2, okay, and into sin h. So it will be, the bracket will be root 3 by 2 into cos h into 1 by 2 into sin h minus sin pi by 6 is 1 by 2 cos h plus root 3 by 2 sin h. 1 by 2 cos h plus root 3 by 2 into sin h, and whole thing divided by, now we can write this denominator like 1 upon 36 whole square. Now after simplification, 2 minus 3 by 2 cos h, okay, here minus sign is there, root 3 by 2 minus minus plus root 3 by 2 sin h, okay, now root 3 we have multiplied here, minus 1 by 2 cos h minus root 3 by 2 sin h. Now root 3 by 2 sin h and this root 3 by 2 sin h cancel. Now minus 3 by 2 cos h minus 1 by 2 cos h minus 4 by 2 cos h means minus 2 cos h whole thing divided by 36h square. So we have 2 minus 2 times cos h upon 36h square, limit as h tends to 0. So we have 2 we are taking out, so 1 minus cos h upon h square, 36h square. So 2 18s are, or 18 2s are 36, limit h tends to 0. We know that 1 minus cos theta is 2 sin square theta by 2, so it is 2 sin square h by 2, okay, upon 18 times h square. Now limit as h tends to 0, 2 9s are 18. Now we'll write here 1 by 9 as it is, limit as h tends to 0. Now we'll write sin h by 2 upon h bracket square. Now here h by 2 is there, here sin square h by 2 upon h square was there, so both the quantities we have written inside the bracket and bracket square is there. So we'll here divide and multiply by 2 to h, so it will be sin h by 2 upon h by 2 and limiting value is 1. So we have 1 upon 9. We'll take limit inside, limit as h tends to 0, sin of h by 2 upon upon h by 2 into 1 upon 2 bracket square. So this limiting value is 1. 1 into 1 by 2 whole square is equal to 1 by 9 into 1 by 4, that is 1 upon 4 9s are 36. Understood? So limit, so we have limit as x tends to pi by 6, 2 minus root 3 cos x minus sin x upon 6x minus pi whole square. Its limiting value is equals to 1 upon 36. Understood?